Okay, we're going to do our relaxing sequence of restorative poses. So if you've been on the go all day, then it can be quite difficult to switch off, to let yourself relax. So that's one of the main benefits of restorative yoga, and just the idea of relaxation feels like it should be simple, it should be easy, but it isn't always easy to just kind of flick a switch and go into relaxation mode. So just get yourself comfortable, have some stuff that's going to really help you to relax. Make sure that you're warm, so have a blanket, have a bolster underneath your knees, have the feet on some blocks so that the legs can really relax. Have a blanket to cover yourself up with for warmth, unless your room is already warm and you don't need it, but a blanket is always good. It's useful as well to have something to cover your eyes with. So if you've got an eye pillow, then put that over your eyes. If you don't have an eye pillow, then you can just cover your eyes with anything. Just a pair of socks will do. So just something that helps to just quieten the light in the room, and just make sure that you're going to be warm and comfortable. I always really enjoy the first couple of minutes of laying on the floor after a busy day. There's something really reassuring and relaxing about suddenly letting the body completely release into the floor. Support the body with the floor. Allow yourself to release into the ground. So allow the body to completely release into the ground. Feel that the floor supports your back and your shoulders. Have the blanket underneath your head, and allow yourself to sink into the ground. Gently focus on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and long, slow, deep, deliberate exhalation. Just filling your lungs from the bottom to the top and emptying them from the top to the bottom. Observe how the body connects to the ground. And allow the muscles of the arms and the legs to completely relax. If you feel that you're not comfortable, then adjust your position until you are comfortable. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet. Into the soles of your feet so that the skin of the underside of the foot feels alive. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet and then consciously allow the soles of your feet to completely relax. With each exhalation, allow the skin of the underside of the foot to release all the way into the base of the muscles on the underside of the foot. Soften your jaw and your tongue and your throat, and soften the underside of the foot so that the legs feel light and ready to take on the day. Draw your attention into your shins and allow your shins to sink into the bed of the calf muscle, using out breaths to intensify the turn. Just allow the fronts of the shins to sink into the backs of the shins, allowing the legs to become heavy on the floor. Soften the muscles around the kneecaps and allow the fronts of your thighs to sink into the backs of your thighs. Let the kneecaps become heavy in the sockets, let the thighs become heavy, letting the front of the thighs sink into the backs of the thighs. Perhaps you feel as though the body is relaxing bit by bit. With an out breath, allow your legs to completely relax into the floor. Drawing your attention into the abdomen and into the diaphragm region. Release the pelvis into the ground, let the legs soften into the floor, let go of the pelvis, and draw the abdominal flesh towards the spine, just gently allowing the body to rest into the floor. Release the pelvis and the abdomen and soften the muscles between the ribs, allowing the upper body to rest into the ground, allowing the shoulders to soften, allowing the shoulders to soften and releasing the muscles of the upper arm and the lower arms, just letting the body surrender into the ground. Let the arms relax into the ground, let the shoulders relax into the ground, soften the neck. Draw your attention into the physical body and ensure that every limb of the physical body is relaxed. Soften the neck and the jaw, soften your throat, soften the skin and the muscles around the skull. Soften the skin around the skull, using the out breath to allow the body to completely release into the floor. Allow the body to completely surrender into the ground. Just enjoying this sensation of no effort, the sensation that you can just use this time to recuperate your energy. Soften the muscles around the head and the face. Soften the jaw and the tongue, and just go back to normal breathing. Gently relaxing into the ground a little more with each exhalation. Just enjoying this sensation of relaxation. Listen to the breath. Okay, when you're ready to disturb yourself, just wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, and bring your feet onto the bolster. Just take the covering off your eyes for a moment. Just rest with your feet on the bolster, the knees together. And then gently roll onto your right side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into the seated position. Just sit in cross legs or in a comfortable seated position for a moment, just listening to how the body feels different, how your energy feels different just from that basic relaxation pose. Okay, we're going to do our mountain brook pose. So take your folded blanket and just unfold it long ways like this. Sorry, don't unfold it long ways like this. Unfold it, so it was folded like that. Unfold it once and then fold that down the middle. So fold it down the long way, and then you have your little support for your shoulder blades. So your shoulder blades are going to sit on here, your head's going to go down there, and your knees are going to go on top of the bolster. The bolster's going to go underneath your knees. So again, just have yourself covered up. Bolster underneath your knees, the folded blanket underneath your shoulder blades, your head down on the floor. It can feel like your head rolls back a little bit. You can always put your another blanket on folded blanket underneath your head if it feels uncomfortable. Again, just cover your eyes and then extend your arms. Just lengthen your arms over your head a little, and then just let them sit. So one hand in the other, so the armpit chest really opens up, the chest really opens up. And then release into the floor. Now with these sequences, as you know, I'll talk you through the opening pose, but the rest of the sequence I'll be silent so that you can just use the time to relax rather than release. So relax rather than listen. So you don't have to listen, you can just relax. So when you're ready, just if you feel it necessary, and then let the body relax. Just allowing the body to release. Let go of the muscles of the arms and legs, allowing the body to relax into the ground. Give into the straight line of the floor and the equipment. Just give yourself time to relax. Give yourself incentive to relax. Okay, bring your arms to the sides of the body. Again, bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, and then just gently just roll onto your side. Straighten out the top leg, and then bring yourself up into cross legs. Just sitting in cross legs, observing how your energy has changed. Just listening to the breath. Okay, we can do our supported child's pose. This is a really nice, quietening pose. Mountain Brook is quite energizing. This is nice and quietening. So you can get, if you've got two bolsters, then use one on top of the other, like this. So two bolsters, one on top of the other. If you haven't got two bolsters, then one is absolutely fine. So you can get one bolster, and you might want to make it a bit higher, have a couple of blocks, and then put your bolster on top of those two blocks. So just have something that's just enough to make you feel comfortable. So the block between the two knees. So you want something quite high up, and then you're just going to lengthen the chest forwards, and then just rest your head along the bolster. Just rest your head on one side, and we'll swap the sides of the head as we progress into the pose. So let the body drape over the bolster, have the elbows wide enough apart so that you're not supporting your body weight with your elbows, you're just letting the elbows drape over the bolster. So this is a really good quiet and in pose. Just bringing lightness and energy. Just pick up your head and rest your head on the other side, just letting the shoulders totally relax, giving the neck an alternative stretch. Pick your head up, bring your head onto the other side again. Just resting down into the bolster, just finding that comfort from the bolster. Just one more time, pick your head up, bring it onto the other side, just rest in your neck. Just rest in your neck on the other side. Okay, push your hands into the floor underneath your shoulders and just push yourself up into a seated position. Just observing your energy, observing how your energy has changed. And then we'll do our support, our restorative surfboard pose. So keep your bolster where it is. Have a blanket over the top of your head. Have a block for your head. Have a blanket over the block just for comfort. If you've got something to stick underneath your shins, that just helps you to relax your legs a little further. So you're going to lay flat along your bolster with your head clear of the end of the bolster, and then you're going to have your head resting on the block, and then your arms just resting to the sides of the body, just by the shoulders. So again, just make sure that you're covered, that you're going to be warm enough. And then just lay down onto your front and make sure that you are comfortable. So just adjust until you are comfortable, and then once you've found your position, allow yourself to sink into the floor. Just release into the ground. So this is really restful in the shoulders and in the neck. While you're here, we can focus on a little back breathing technique. You breathe into the top of the back between the shoulder blades and out into the armpits, and normal exhalation. And the second inhalation is down into the middle of the back and out into the side ribs. And then a normal exhalation. And then the third breath is down into the lowest part of the back and out into the hips. And a normal exhalation. And then cycle around those three breaths, the top of the back, the middle of the back, and the bottom of the back, just cycling around those with a normal exhalation in between each one. Gentle pressure on the forehead helps to quieten the brain. So allow yourself just to rest into the floor. Circling around those 3 breaths, those back breathing inhalations. Okay, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Just push yourself up into a seated position. Just sit back on your heels, observing how your energy has changed, how that pose brings quietness to the brain. Okay, and for our last pose, we're just going to go back into our basic relaxation pose just for a couple of minutes. So have a folded blanket for underneath your head, have a bolster for underneath your knees, and you can just let the feet just rest down on the floor, so no blocks under the feet this time. Again, just keep yourself covered if you feel that you might be chilly. And allow yourself to just rest down into the floor. You can cover your eyes, but for these last couple of minutes I quite like leaving them uncovered, just letting the light back in. Just get comfortable. Just listen to the breath and allow the body to just sink into the ground. Let the body become heavy. Let go of the muscles of the arms and the legs completely, and let the physical body become heavy on the ground. And from that heaviness, allow yourself to observe the irrepressible lightness that radiates from the bones, illuminating the muscles with a golden, pure light of positive energy, radiating into the muscles and into the organs. Into the flesh and the skin. When you're ready to disturb yourself, just wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, bring yourself back into this pose of Shavasana, and then bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, have the feet apart and the knees together for a moment. Just resting your back into the floor. And then very gently roll over onto your right side. And straighten out the top leg. Push yourself up into seated position. Just coming back into cross legs. Just cross legs with your hands in the masti. Final spinal lift. Drawing your breath in through your nose down into the abdomen. Conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice. Like good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the relaxation poses bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Spend a moment to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And send some of that positive energy out into the world. Release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. And as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel as though you have really grounded yourself, given yourself some good quietening actions so you